Hi there, I want to show you my new mod TBM Authority Net. Let me explain some features they have. First thing is you have always the possibility to turn on the dark and the light mode so that you can choose your preference. And yeah, what's the first function? The first function is to clock out and clock in. You can here click on, then you are on off duty, and you can also only access the petrol. We will take a look later. And yeah, you can clock in here, and then you're on duty. And you can configure where you can open the tablet and so on. So next feature is then, as I said already, it's the petrol function. The petrol function means you can go into one petrol, select one, and say, yeah, I'm on the petrol now, and here you can choose the state of the petrol. The states can be edited by the can be edited in here in the control center. We will take a look later. Yeah, you can set a state here, you can set a vehicle, and you can save it. And you can here just click on and leave the petrol. The next thing that I want to show you is the chargers. The first function is, yeah, you can search for all the charges. You can create one. You can edit the priorities into the chargers. Sorry for German. We use it on the German server. That's the reason why it's here German in. And you can also change the states. Here's also states of charges, what kind of stages they should have. All these points are access restricted. Every point in the menu you can make an access restriction. For example, yeah, let's go for search charges. Okay, you said click on here. You can let's go back. You can before here enter something that you search for. You can select an officer, whatever. You can say, okay, this guy has made this charge, whatever. Yeah, you can change it here and then see all open charges. Yeah, you can then take a look into who has made it, what is the reason, and so on, what priority. You see already how you enter the priority. You can say the code of law, what has happened, and can do some description and notes, and can creation date will be also added. You can save this charge if you have the access rights. You can also have, I said, you can create a charge, or always automatically filled in. The officer who created the charge will automatically get taken from the user that's use it. Yeah, as I said, you can here create from who made the charge, who's the offender. You can select the description and so on, and then you can save it. And then you have here an edit charge. You can, when you have opened that, you can say, okay, this guy has to go to the wanted list. And then you say click here and then say offender is now on the wanted list. And you can also say, okay, charge is ready. Okay, it's removed from the wanted list. The all offender or all data that you find here is coming from the player files. We will take a look at take a look in the next steps then. Okay, that's charged. We have a vehicle register. You can easily search identification, owner, whatever, vehicle. Can search, and you see here all the registered vehicle already. Take a look into, you see what is wanted. You can also sort here, registration date, identification, whatever. Let's take a look in. You see here identification. This is the number, the plate number, the owner, the vehicle type, and you can say it's wanted or not wanted. Wanted reason, you can also enter something here. You can delete it, can close it, go back to the view, you can save it. You can also make a registration of a vehicle, and it is pretty simple. If the owner is near of a vehicle, you can click on this button, and then automatically all data will be automatically filled. So just one click. In the moment there is no vehicle near, let's park out one vehicle. I will here say, okay, let's park out, for example, the Swift. Okay, I will go out of the vehicle, open the Authority Net again, and go to Vehicle Register, and say here, you see here, there everything is filled automatically. I can enter wanted reason if I want, and so on. I can save it easily, and then the vehicle is saved. You see here, Der load asterisk ended. Yeah, that's the vehicle register. Go back to the files. Files means all player files that you have created here. As I said, everywhere is the same. Search page, you can start searching. Click on here and you see all the players are created. There's a limitation of 50 entries at one page because to don't stress your server. If you don't find the people here in the 50 results that you have to precise a little bit. For example, birth is wanted or whatever, name, whatever gender. You can also say, okay, I want to have only the male. Then you get all the males. And yeah, you can, for example, then open one. And then you have here all the properties that are entered. You see what kind of penalty you have already, or J time you have already have. You see, okay, this is already done, and some of the others are not done. You see here in this. Also, you have the arrest calculator. There, all the laws and the law books mentioned here. You can click on and say, for example, he made this and 2 times, and then you have here 30-minute jail time, and the penalty time, penalty payment is also here related to what you have marked. We will say that later in the laws how you configure the values. Then click on the plus button, and you see here it's entered. And you can also say, okay, it's already done. Then save it, and fine. Yeah. As I said before, you can set people on wanted list. You can also remove them from here from wanted list. Just click on it, save the stuff, and the guy is not again on the wanted list. Next step is then the laws section. As I said, you can create so many law books as you want. You see, for example, create a new law book and say this is test. Well, this is a test. We save it. Law book is saved. Go back, and then we see here this is a test. And I can also delete this law book because the law book is empty and all the other law books are not empty. That's the reason why I can't delete them. But let's delete them. Let's delete it. And I can also here start create a new law. I can select here the law, what kind of law it is. Take the name. Here's the J time mentioned and the penalty time, the penalty mentioned that you get for usage of the arrest calculator. That will be used here. Yeah, that's the laws part. The next thing that I want to show you is the human resource function. Open the tablet, go to human resource, and then you can see all the players that you have hired as a police officer. If you want to hire someone new, go to next to him and press this button. And the player will automatically hire then, and you see here the new player is added here. You can then see is he online, is he on duty, and so on, and see is the current state on fire, as is he currently fired. You can give him a new grade like this, select the grade and say save. Then the player will get a new grade as soon as he's online, or maximum 1 minute it can take. You can also say no, the people is not reachable. We will say in off duty. You can then say okay, the guy is now off duty, and so we cannot paycheck farming. The next thing is when you want to fire him, click just on this button and say fire the people, and he will fired. That can be take 1 minute, and then he get the job unemployed or whatever you have configured for a job. Let me explain the next function, the control center. The control center, you can take a look and you see all people that are in some patrols. You can click on the button to see where the people are. For example, press on the sign on the map, and then here will be created a new point, and you can easily navigate to them. Then you see also the name from the player, and if you want to remove the point, just open the control the tablet and go back to map, and you see the marker is automatically deleted. I will now go to another position that you see the navigation is set automatically. And now go back to the tablet, go to control center and click on the map marker, open the map, and you see here navigation is automatically set it, and you can navigate to the other cop. Next feature is also you can in the control center, can you say, okay, no, this guy, whatever, I want to remove him from patrol. You can just click on the button and he will remove from the patrol, and you see automatically the vehicle and the state will be also cleaned. In a patrol state or a control center, you can also manage the patrols. You can add so many patrols as you want. Just click the plus button, and the end will edit a new state. Right, enter the name, choose the color if you want, and save it or delete it. Same as here for manage patrol vehicles. You can enter the vehicles that the players can select later, and you can also enter the patrol names. Next feature that I want to explain is the access control. You have different access rights that you can configure for everything is the same. You have the create, read, update and delete right. You see here for vehicles, files, laws, access control center, charges, show properties and staff. These are rights related to all ranks or grades. You can select easily for any grade that you have configured. Just click on what you want to configure, say okay, I want to show properties, can save here, and then he has access to it, or you deny the access for it. The next feature that I want to show is the payout. Payout means the cops can collect online time, on duty time, and you see here my currently time is 36 minutes and my available bonus that I can take is 0. Police boss or players that have access to the payout can give a bonus to players for regarding to the online time. For example, you see I have 26 and the other player has 58 online time. So I can say here, for example, give $100,000 as a bonus, and you see here that will be divided regarding to the online time. And I say, yeah, no, make a payout here. And then see here, okay, I have available payout from 31,000 bonus, and the other player has also the bonus gotten here on 68k. You can also revoke the bonus anytime if you want. You can just press the button here and say, okay, revoke the bonus, and see, okay, the bonus was revoked. Whenever you make a bonus payout, then all the online time will be resetted to 0. So player can start new collecting new online time.